Yeah, why? That'd be my little energy music. Y'all, I mean, shoot, y'all ain't gonna believe me when I tell y'all I've been asleep for like 3 hours.
Mhm.
So boy, it was hard. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I don't want y'all to break away because I know it's some good stuff going on right now. So all I'll ask you to do is to make sure you watch the rerun. You feel me? Just press on that play button whenever you got some time. If you didn't catch it tonight, and if you're already here, then tell a friend that didn't catch it tonight. Okay. Um, but ooh wee.
Mhm.
I'm kind of excited about this one. I ain't gonna lie. This was pretty dope though. I had to like usually, me and Anthony, we're pretty clear cut. You feel me? I'd be like, yo, what we talking about? He'd be like, we talking about this. And I'd be like, okay, go. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like the chemistry come natural with this show. You feel me? So we don't
Yeah.
got too much discussing or organizing. He know what his part is. I know what our part is, and we go, right? But I had to text him. I was like, "Woo, we Anthony, boy,
Mhm.
I didn't know it was like this. I didn't know it was like this." But before we get into the good stuff, yeah, Anthony, tell them how you doing.
Hey,
Highlight the people real quick.
peace, 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 everyone. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Yeah, like Miss Juju said, it's a pretty interesting topic. When we get down into it, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep, and I learned some things. That's for sure. you know, yeah, I learned some stuff,
Back.
but yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be
Goody.
a good one.
Gonna be a goody goody. I'm telling you. Um, Go ahead, shout out to people. I just want to get right into it.
For sure. Miss Bennett, Miss Felicia Bennett, peace to you, my good sister. Appreciate you showing up always and your hard work. Sister Safa, appreciate you showing up. Peace, peace. Peace to you, Ramon. Appreciate you coming in with us. And Thurman Meredith, peace to you. Peace. Appreciate you for showing up. So we got and Lamar Pope, appreciate you for showing up. Appreciate you, bro. And Kick Low. Well, I know that was from earlier, but
I know.
peace to you, fam.
He probably asleep right now for real.
Yeah, probably is. But yeah, I know this. This a late show, but it, I, hey, that's what it is. This my free time.
I know that's right.
I work during the day, like most people. I work from 9 to 5:30, so it's about the best I can do. But I do appreciate y'all for showing up. As always, I really do. It means a lot to us. This what I like to talk about. So, to be honest with you, you give me one and I'm good. We can go. you know,
Fact.
but we want it to grow. You know what I'm saying? We want it to grow and keep giving y'all this good information. You know, that's what we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna do. How they got the information, how they interpret the information, and what the consensus, how the whole field feels about the information. That's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna ad lib and remix and chop and screw it. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna bring to you what the experts say, and hopefully we can make it palatable. Where you can take it in, because I know it's a lot, and it's like I was telling Miss Juju when we first started. I said, "Don't worry, it's gonna come to you." Once you get into it and you start going going down these different avenues, and you open up a door and you go through that door, and it's a whole another set of avenues. You know what I'm saying? It can get overwhelming, but if you keep it in perspective, the universe will make a lot of sense to you. A lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
not common sense, not that.
Right.
You'll begin to understand all those processes, that led to us, because you hear me say it, I'm sorry for those who ain't feeling it, but we are byproducts of the natural forces of the universe. That's about the simplest way to put it. You know what I'm saying? We are the byproducts of what's going on out in the universe. Because all of that has a lot to do with us. And who knows, it may not just be us, and I'm a strong proponent for life, that there has to be life throughout the universe. Understanding, the processes. That's why I feel that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. I can't prove it, no, but based off the probabilities, I mean, we got a lot of stars out there, and it's a lot of planets, and it's a lot of habitable zones. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. And that's where I'm at with it.
No, that's
ain't
right.
mad at nobody for how they feel.
That's where we at with it.
That's where we at.
That's what...
But we deal with the evidence, period. You know what I'm saying? We deal with the evidence, period. We're not going to make it up. I'm sorry. Not going to make it up.
Facts.
Like I say, we're going to try to make it palatable. We're going to try to help you understand it, but we're not going to make it up. I don't rock that way. Not going to do it.
You ain't even got a fact stranger than fiction.
Mm-hmm. You ain't got to make up nothing about the universe.
Don't got to. Fact stranger than fiction.
I can give you something real crazy. There's, you know what the neutron star is, right? Crazy, almost a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
They found neutron stars with planets around them.
Yeah.
How can that be?
How can that be?
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to make nothing up with this. It's out there. The universe is out there.
Fact. So, counterintuitive at the most, right?
Most definitely. Most
definitely. To the experts, I think, because they'd be like, dang, and they're the experts in the field.
Yeah. So,
yeah, boy.
Places like this topic for tonight, well, not this one particularly, but astronomical observatories, man, as far as getting an understanding of the universe, man, just go back to, a few of these past few shows. I'm sorry.
Right.
We done gave y'all some pretty dope observatories.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Not just, everybody know Webb, everybody knows Hubble.
Right.
But you got some here on the ground that's putting in some major work.
And you can go visit them too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can go see that they're real.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some, and we hadn't even scratched the surface. This one here for tonight just came up in casual conversation on last week's show.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going through some stuff and I was tripping. I'm like, the Vatican got an observatory? Hold up, I got to look into this.
Yes, sir. Well, I know it's gonna be thumping like that either.
And then got to find, I find out that they go way back. This ain't brand new for the Vatican. They go way back.
Nope.
Back when they was when they were locking people up.
Galileo. Almost the Galileo time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and something else I found out about, like Copernicus, a lot of the top scientists were Catholic clergy.
Correct.
That tripped me out.
Yeah, I think I saw Copernican theory, a principle again in one of them articles.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, do we need to revisit that one more time? But
Catholic clergy. You know
fathers.
what I'm saying?
When you see FR behind the name, I mean in front of the name, that's a father. I was saying friar
So
as I was reading it.
yeah, I tripped out when I got into that, you know, but that's how this subject works. You know what I'm saying? See that we were doing shows on observatories, but look at the road it led us down in the history that we learned behind this. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have never thought ever. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
boy.
saying? That the Catholic Church was into science heavy, you know, especially astronomy. Now, other areas they're not, but astronomy, I think they say engineering, because if I'm not mistaken, they started some of the first universities in Europe.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
They were the first ones to, I think, group stars by their spectra too. That was one of the fathers who overkept the observatory. I can't remember the name by heart, but when I get to the information, I'll give you all that name. I actually got a picture of him, but it's some dope stuff. I'm
yeah,
not
it's
gonna
dope.
lie. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I learned a lot going into this subject. So yeah, we can. I know. I hope I ain't gave away too much.
Heck no. I'm just gonna go right off of that. Shoot. You know, I think I'm gonna start with a video. What up, Anonymous Frame? You know, you my
Cream,
favorite
peace
person.
to you, my brother. Peace
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah. The Vatican. It's like a whole little kingdom ran by the Pope.
Yeah.
They don't play though. The Vatican is like serious. Don't go play with the Vatican. You might get hurt.
You mess around and get dealt with for
They
real.
be like, don't try me, try Jesus. No, but I'm just wanted to say I forgot to start the show up, but welcome to the most hated show on YouTube. At least that's what they tell me. But we still here, boy. What you think? We ain't going nowhere.
Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing to come back to. You know, I'll take my 15 quality people over 100 people full of BS. Yeah,
with
and
the
drama
foolishness
and the rah-rah. Y'all can have that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know, take that. Get that. But I'm about to come in hot, Anthony. Here I go.
Let's get it. And
then you can have it. I'm gonna give my little 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. And then yeah. Anthony going, you know how we do it. You already know what it. You already know what it is. We got a little sauce over here, by the way. Okay. But where I wanted to start, I think I wanted to start with this video. And I am gonna stop it in between because you know how they be, especially on YouTube. And I don't want no junk, but right there. But I gotta get that little thing. But I want to start off with this so you can see. And we're gonna stop through it and give some commentary, me and Anthony. And then I'll get into these earthly observatories, the key players. You know, we're gonna talk about Pope Gregory the 13th. Man, I think he was pretty much a bad. He was a bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, good. Like he was dope. Like fire on fire. I didn't even know it was gonna be that dope. But
yeah.
Let's go with it. Let me get this together. Y'all already know I'll be acting like it'd be the first day of school. How I'll be acting with the share screen. Let me see. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. Can you see that, Anthony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to this Vaticano special on EWTN. My name is Colm Flynn, and today I'll be taking you inside one of the oldest observatories in the world, the Vatican Observatory. We'll meet Brother Guy Consolmagno, its director, to get a rare insight into...
Guy
Raise the bar.
Consomeo. Oh, dang.
To the people chasing the sunrise.
But Guy Consomeo, he is like super dope.
Where that enthusiasm for looking at the universe.
Don't get it twisted. He be on his JOB for real.
Yeah.
Skip the whole way through it. Dang. But he's one of the key players. When was this? This is 2001. And I believe he's still there. I haven't seen anything else that said he wasn't. And when you go through some of the articles, you see his picture a lot. That's what I'm gonna tell you, though. Do you want to add anything about being the oldest observatory? Well, I guess
really that's what really shocked me. You know, like I said, when I first saw this a couple weeks ago, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
But
own the Vatican's property at that. The
oldest, you know, so they've been at it for a long time, sis. Because, I mean, well, I guess you could say in the modern times, you know, we do have ancient artifacts that could be considered, but they didn't have, you know, the telescopes and stuff like that.
All right.
They were using telescopes here. And this, like I said, the oldest. So that was pretty deep to me.
One of the oldest, not the oldest, one of them though.
Yeah, well, one of them.
Yeah. But yeah, they definitely had telescopes and they had huge ones. And by the way, you always know I'll give you every source we use. I think the only two sources that I did not give you, and I'll drop them in the chat later. Yeah, I'll drop them in the chat later and you'll see them. But if you look at the title, it says Inside the Vatican Observatory, where science meets faith. And that's why I titled it the way I did, you know, when science and faith collide, because, you know, there's this separation. And I think people think about it differently. Like they're not even questioning their faith. They're just like, yeah, there's only one Jesus in the universe. What's another thing you said about it too?
Well, I think, one thing I heard him say, and this is for the most part, like on all the publications and stuff, they never speak about God.
I haven't seen it once.
But I did find one where it was someone else's video. It wasn't an official video from the Vatican.
Right.
But it was someone else said that the church stated that God is truth, and whatever science is the best way to find the truth. And that's the only reference to God I've heard. And like I said, it didn't come from them. It was somebody else said that they said that.
Right.
You know, so I think that's pretty dope too. You know, they keeping the faith separate from the science. They're keeping it separate. And I think that's what everybody should do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't
keep them separate, because they are separate. They're not the same thing. Faith is what you believe. Faith is what keeps you going. You know what I'm saying? That's where you draw your strength to make it through your day or whatever the situation is. And that's cool. That's ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what works for you. But you got to keep them separate. And here it is, the biggest, the largest faith system on the planet, the head of it understands that. So why can't we? You know what I'm saying? How come we don't understand that? So to me, like I say, I'm not big up in the Vatican Church, because it was just shocking to me. I was surprised to find this out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm only going to get through 4 minutes of this video. It's like a 30-minute video, but I'll definitely have it. And there's a couple more that I dropped in from the same father that's in this video. So He's all over the place.
The Pope's astronomer, I think that's what they call it.
Mm-hmm. And they also run the observatory.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been many of them. And we'll go through one of the first one.
And it's totally funded by the Vatican. So they don't have to get no donations from nobody. They ain't got to ask nobody for nothing.
Right. It's privately funded.
It's funded by the Vatican itself.
Okay, let's see what Father has to say. Yeah, I can't get his name, so I'm not going to even murder it, but they'll say it again. Okay, maybe I'll catch it like I did trapezium.
Observatories in the world, the Vatican Observatory. We'll meet Brother Guy Consolmagno, its director, to get a rare insight into why this Vatican institution exists and how it operates. This Vaticano special from the Vatican Observatory starts now.
That dot of light is not just a pretty star. I can see in the sky things that are beautiful and familiar and have a history and smile at me and remind me that God makes good things.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
This call to try to understand the universe is a divine call.
See?
They're ground and jinxed it, huh?
No, but it's like they're not looking for God. Like they've established in their faith that God is present. So what they do is they transpose their reality, because that's their reality of God onto the science. So it's not like, oh, we're looking for God. No, God ordained this. I mean, I think that's kind of what I expected. You feel me?
Yeah.
But in that is, so the title is Science and Religion Collide. So that's about as much as it collides. You know, I haven't read any articles with the God of the Gaps or anything else. And their visual library is pretty nice. I was like, okay, okay, Father, you feel me? But I mean, it's their faith, and I didn't expect anything less. But I'm not even mad how they put that. You feel me? Because that's a little different, you know.
Not one bit. You know, that's the first time I've heard that. You know what I'm saying? The first time I've heard it, but I ain't got no problem with it.
But readings don't necessarily read like that. When you're reading articles from the Vatican, they call it the Vaticano Specula. That's the Vatican Observatory. Specula means observatory.
Yeah.
Let you know, and Italiano, buonissimo, whatever. But that's what they call it. And I mean, it is what it is. But don't get it twisted. It's a real observatory. And when I tell you some other stuff about the observatory, there's not actually one. So there were two on the property, and then there's like one more that's somewhere. I don't know if I want to give it away, and it has also two different instruments. So yeah, and when I tell you, I think y'all gonna be surprised, because I was thinking, damn, they picked the most heathenist nation on earth to put their newest instrument on. But I'm gonna go. I'm sorry I busted your bubble, Anthony. But let's see.
Oh no, you good.
Father said, I like Father though. Father, no.
Hey, look, like I say, that's the first time I've heard it, and I looked at maybe about 4 other videos. I sent you one too. It was a good one. To your email. But yeah, I just, like I say, that's the first time I've heard it, and I saw this guy's picture.
Yep.
But I never opened up, you know, a video or article with him. But I did see something with the headline say the Pope's astronomer or something like that. And it was his picture on there. But, you know, I stand corrected.
It's okay. It's okay.
I ain't got no problem with it.
I knew it was going to be in the cut somewhere. You feel me?
I mean, you got to be. But, you know, like I
I'm
say,
just surprised that it's not like just all over the place, crazy.
yeah,
They're not crazy with it, right?
no, they ain't tripping.
Nah, and the science be real. We'll get into the history. I mean, the history of the Vatican, especially in the schools that dealt with science and engineering,
Hmm.
not so much the faith. Like all those were engineers, scientists, physicists. You feel me? Astronomers, and they added to the field in a
Yeah.
great way. Yeah, so I don't know what to say. Let me give you all the rest of this. I think we got like 3 more minutes, and I'll give you some fire history. We'll go into the photo gallery, and yeah, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised and pleased at the same time. Here we go.
That is the basis on which we have the courage to be scientists.
You hear him? He said, "God is the basis when we have the courage to be scientists." I find that interesting,
Hey,
but
that's yeah.
go off. You feel me?
Hey, I'm with that.
If look, I wish every question was like that, right? I don't
Hey,
think we'd be having much of a
especially
problem.
I'm totally with that, especially when you know they are proponents of evolution and the Big
Correct.
Bang.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
They
So
definitely support the Big Bang, bro.
it wasn't created in 7 days.
I think they know that.
Get over it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Get
boy.
over it. It wasn't done in 7 days.
Yeah, and we're older than 6,000 years.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sorry. Get over it.
after this video, I will give you the history of how the observatory itself got started. And I think you'll be pretty surprised because I didn't even know this. Like I knew about the change. I don't want to give it away. Ooh, I'm gonna be like surprised, but I didn't know that's what got them so enthralled. So
Mhm.
I don't
Hey,
see
sis, before you go on, we got some company that came in the building. We need to.
where I
We
don't see.
got peace to you, Mac Rob.
Where is he? Oh, in the chat.
Keenan Wright.
Yeah.
Peace to you, Keenan. Appreciate
PK.
you
Oh,
showing up.
Mac Rob. Sorry. What up, Keenan? Herbert.
Herbert Goss.
Anonymous.
Appreciate you showing up, Herbert. It's been a minute.
Chilimbwe. PK.
Chalimbwe. Peace to you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you. You good? You got them all?
Oh yeah, that's everybody. That's
All
everybody.
right. Let's get back to this. This is good. I wanted to do the whole video.
We got
with
one
y'all.
more. Chef. Peace, Chef.
Jeffrey. Ah, damn. Ah, damn. Here we go, though. Here we go. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Yeah.
Surrounded by the majestic papal gardens on the site of the Pope's former summer residence at Castel Gandolfo is a department of the Vatican that most people don't even know exists. For here, in this heavenly setting, the Vatican Observatory examines the heavens. Brother Guy Consolmagno is a former lecturer at Harvard and MIT. Now a Jesuit, he is the director of the Vatican Observatory.
So what y'all think about that? MIT and Harvard. He's like a genius. He's a father genius. And I don't know. I don't want to mess this up, but you know, all the priests at the Vatican are all from like Italy, you know, they're all from around the world. Okay. So I just was like, dang, Harvard and MIT, bro.
Hey.
Yo.
But God blessed him.
But God called him too, because I can imagine if he was in the heathen world. What he could really do, but you feel me? I'm gonna let him do God's work, because now I'm starting to be a believer, right?
Hey, put my little Catholic thing on. What they call it?
Just God's work. But let me go ahead. Yeah. You know, we got to do the commentary, y'all. We ain't trying to get none of that crazy stuff. But I thought this was a very eye-opening video, and for you all to see where science and faith collides and how it collides.
It's deep. I'm telling you, it's deep.
Facts. Look, facts are stranger than fiction, I tell you.
We've got 12 astronomers, most of them Jesuits. There are a couple of diocesan priests who work with us. And We all have doctorates from different universities from around the world. We come from 4 continents. We do science ranging from, the Planck time of the first 10 to the minus 43 seconds before that time, after the Big Bang, to dust that hits the top of the Earth's atmosphere now and everything in between.
And it's not just here at Castel Gandolfo.
Before they get to that, did you want to say something about that? And shout out to the brother that made the cut.
It was a couple of them on there, so that's what's up.
Shout out to the brother that made the cut.
We well represented.
I know that's right. Oh boy. Anonymous Preem, by the way, is dropping some dope info. So check that out. Knowledgeable brother. That's my brother. What up, Anonymous?
I can't remember his name, but he the one coined the phrase the Big Bang. Because he looked at the evidence and said, well, wait a minute, if everything expanded, then it had to come from something. And he said it was a Big Bang. And he mentioned the Jesuits. Yeah, they the ones who started it. They were the first astronomers for the church. They're the ones who got the observatories built.
Facts.
It was the Jesuits. That's why he mentioned it. The majority of the astronomers in the Vatican are Jesuits.
Correct. And that came in the reform of the Catholic Church, or at least the Vatican. When we get into Gregory the 13th, Pope Gregory the 13th, he did a lot of reforms for the Vaticans, and I don't want to get it bad juju. I want to get it messed up, but I want to say he formulated the Jesuits, or he revamped them. Okay, and not in a bad way, obviously. Okay, let's finish this video so I can give y'all the meat and potatoes. But I wanted to cut up a little bit because I love this. This is probably by far my best observatory, y'all. And in the video, I think y'all missed it, but I tried to swirl my, little dots, because it show up as dots, but it's the arrow here. It's like it was showing like a structure, and then it's the garden, and it had like 2 domes on that structure. Those were the 2 observatories on the property. So those would be like the it wouldn't be the original ones. And hopefully, if I can find the picture, if I don't forget, I'll show you. But on the back of the Vatican, there's a wall lining it. Those observatories used to be on the wall. Now they're on this tower. I forgot the name, but I will get it. It's going to be in the description, but it's in the tower closer, where they are pretty much. And that's how they got set up. So not only did they have them, but they upgraded them, and then they kept upgrading them. So they evolved with the times, literally, when it came to the science, because they know how important that is to do, right? You have to stay the course. You have to be accurate and correct in that. Let's go.
Across the Atlantic Ocean in Arizona in the United States, the Vatican purchased this state-of-the-art telescope, where priests and brothers with degrees in the sciences, math, and engineering capture awe-inspiring images like these. Why does the Vatican have an astronomical observatory?
Don't you think every major religion should support astronomy? The answer's deeper than that, of course.
Wait a minute. Don't you think every major religion should support astronomy? What you have to say about that, Anthony?
I do, personally, yeah.
That's the dopest statement in this whole video.
Because you study astronomy, that'll keep you grounded.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like we always say this. It's ain't nothing wrong with what you believe, but keep them separated.
Facts. And I haven't seen any evidence of this in anything I've read, as far as I'm saying God mandated, God wanted us to do this. I have not seen hard evidence for a God of the gaps fallacy.
I'm telling you, look, and like I said, I stand corrected, but that was the first time, and I hadn't dug deep. Like I said, I've only seen like about 4 videos. Right. I read a few articles. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I was just going over this stuff for 2-3 weeks. No, it wasn't like that. But that was the first time I heard any reference to God from the official people, you know what I'm saying, that's doing it. So
Facts. I want to read this real quick. The Jesuit aren't spooked out at all. I learned in Catholic school that the Red Sea in the Bible was misinformation. It was actually a sea of reeds. Damn. They got all the secrets, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But let's continue with this. We only got like another minute.
Of course. In 1891, Pope Leo XIII deliberately established a Vatican Observatory. Astronomy was a field that the Vatican already had a really strong international reputation. And this was to show the world that the church was not against science, and also to show the world that the Vatican was a nation with a national observatory.
So it was part scientific and part political.
As most of these things are. The thing that, the reason we continue to have a Vatican Observatory is to continue to remind the peoples in the pew that we are not anti-science, that the church not only supports science, but the church is mother of science in many ways, because science began in the universities.
Oh boy, it's cooking now. It's cooking now. What you say?
Yes, indeed. Nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna finish.
Nothing.
But,
I ain't got nothing to say.
Father Guy, I'm gonna go by his first name because our last name, I'm gonna have to practice that. I didn't get a chance to practice, but Father Guy, boy, he dropping some jewels.
Like you say, he cooking with hot grease.
He cooking with hot grease.
Y'all need to listen to him.
When they say a 500-degree oven, that's what Joel said. Yeah, boy.
And also to give a face and a bridge between the modern world and the people in the Vatican, to have a place where scientists of all sorts of different nations can gather together, where people of all different religions and no religion can gather together, because we're all living under the same sky. Astronomy to this day is one of the last places where that enthusiasm for looking at the universe can be encountered, regardless of your politics, regardless of what country you're from, regardless of what nation you come from or what religion you have.
And I've heard you say as well before, Brother Guy, that part of the reason is to encourage people in the science world not to be hostile towards religion, and also some people in religion not to be hostile towards science.
This is the case, and those descriptions are the way that most people have learned science and religion up to about the age of 12. And then, once you get confirmed, how many people bother studying their religion anymore? Once you get out of, the middle school, how many people really learn science? Even in high school, even the first years of university, science is still reduced to getting the answers in the back of the book. Religion is reduced to a bunch of rules. And that's so sad, because if religion were nothing more than a bunch of rules, it would be the most boring and dead activity going. And if science was nothing more than just recovering the answers in the back of the book, why would anybody do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop it there. I actually went further than I want to, but yeah, I think he dropped some pieces. Again, that's why we named it when science and religion collide. But this collision, I like it. I'm not even mad at it. You feel me? Because even with PseudoKillas, though we're a safe place for Black atheists in particular, we are an inclusionary group, and we don't discriminate, even if you're religious. Like, we have people that are, well, I don't know if they're religious, but, they still have some type of belief. And that is their personal business, right? That is no business of ours as a group to judge you in any kind of way. So
not gonna do it.
I still go to church. You feel me? And I love my church and my church family. And I wish somebody would be a bop, 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 But I think this that's what PseudoKillas is about. That's what we rely on. But see a video like this, I thought that was mad refreshing. Again, it was nothing that I thought. But I did drop that video in the link. So if you all want to finish it, please do. I dropped y'all some awesome sources. If you go to the site, the Vatican site, just at the top is like, I guess, your key, your different spaces to go to within the site. So just go through all of them. It was a wealth of information,
Yeah.
and it's not anything. It's not anything that you would have imagined. Like, it does not sound to read like, what we think. You feel me? Because,
Yeah.
well, how most people are concerning science, okay? Especially the ones in so-called conscious community or in the YouTube spaces. It's nothing like that in real life. See how that goes
Nope.
when people are ignorant and they don't know? You feel me? They just be winging it. They be winging this, the fake science, the pseudoscience. They be winging the religion. They just be winging it. But I like this. He sounds like an undercover atheist.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is funny. I ain't gonna go there, boy. I ain't gonna do Father Guy though. Okay, Father Guy on point. I'm gonna let him go ahead with his little pre-suit on.
Cause he rocking out.
He rocking out. But I'm gonna let y'all do the rest of Father Guy. I don't want no problems from ETMV, whatever they are. But now I'm gonna get in the meat of it. And if y'all didn't catch it, shoot, I'll cash up you $5. You can buy you some lunch. Actually, I cash app you enough for lunch. Only one person gonna get it. The first one to get it now. But he did say that he had an endeavor with another telescope. Can anybody remember where that was? Dun, 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 dun. Nobody don't remember where it was. Dun, 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 dun. Man, y'all don't want no lunch. I was gonna drop at least $15 for y'all, because I ain't that cheap. You feel me? Even on a budget. Come on, ain't nobody get it. What the other observatory was? Come on, somebody come get this free lunch. I know Anonymous Supreme ain't gonna do it just because. Keenan, Herbert, the 16 people watching. Shoot, Sheffrin, where was that other place? I got lunch on JuJu. Shoot, but that's okay, because I'm finna read it to y'all. We gonna do some readership. Psych. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit though. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit, and then we're gonna get to some history. Should I start at the history first? I think I am. So, did he say Pope Leo? Help me out. Is it Leo?
I think he did. I can't remember the Pope's name.
But either way, he said that it been there for a long time. So I guess I'm gonna do it like this. If Pope Leo started it, it was Pope Gregory who got it going for real. Like, he put that heat on it. You feel me?
Whoever he was, I know it was the 13th.
It was Pope Gregory the 13th, because he's the one that reformed the Julian calendar to what we call the Gregorian calendar after Gregory.
Yeah.
Okay? Y'all get that? And let me tell you why. Because there was a problem. There wasn't accuracy in how they were keeping time.
Yeah.
And so the equinox and the time that they celebrate Easter was like all messed up. And he didn't like that. So when he got into the papal, he reformed some things, and he also reformed some things about the overall Catholic Church. How the priests should do. They had to stay at the see, and the see, SEE, was the place that they pretty much did everything. Okay, so he reformed all of it. And let me see if I can find it real quick. And I'm gonna give you the stuff I can't remember, I'll tell you. So because the Julian calendar was inaccurate, it had us like 11 days off. And when they did calculations, because you just heard Father Guy from Harvard and MIT, okay? So they was doing mad calculations, right? So it was like 0.002% off or
Mhm.
or something like that as far as the date. I did have a source on it. Dang, I can never find it. And it breaks it down from days, hours, and seconds, I believe, on how off it was. And that's how he had it. That's why he had the calendar redone. Though it was
Mhm.
hard for people to get with it, it was actually very accurate. Like even today, we can like proof that, and we can find it to be more accurate. Okay. Oh, there goes my guy. So I can't find it. I was doing so much. Is this it right here? Because I wanted to read it to you. Because it was like a very, I mean, it wasn't minute, but to us, she was like, dang, that ain't much. But when you're talking about after like 100 years, that's gonna knock everything way off. So, and plus, because their religion, they do Easter, and they go by the equinox for certain things. Here it is, here it is, here it is.
Yeah.
Damn. It said in this time it had been noticed that the calendar was slipping. The spring equinox that should have occurred around the 21st of March was actually happening on that calendar date of the 10th of March. That's 11 days, y'all. The motivation or investigation was to stop the date of Easter from slipping from the time of year that it was celebrated when it was introduced by the early church. So, a thorough inquiry into the duration of a year resulted in a 0.002% adjustment, as their measurements and calculations gave the duration of a year 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds. On October 1582, Pope Gregory implemented the change on the day of October 4th. And that day on October 4th became October 15th, 11 days, y'all. And it says a slip of 11 days. It took a while for other countries to adopt the change. Some thought it was Catholic sabotage plot, but eventually it was accepted. And yeah, that's why we celebrate the Gregorian calendar instead of the Julian calendar. Now, with that momentum, because obviously they had to have some scientific tools and scientific mind to do the calculations of, how fast does the Earth rotate around the sun? You feel me? And at
Yeah.
this point, they had to be on uh, a Copernican type mode, right?
Yeah.
Because he set forth that the sun doesn't evolve around us, we evolved around the sun. You get me? So, and this is what year did I tell y'all? What you have 1582? Just 1582. 1582. Okay.
Mhm.
And Galileo, Galileo, say his name.
Galileo.
Galileo. Thank you. I knew I was messing that up, boy. Y'all know I'm a mess up a word, boy. All the anger rubbing off on me. I gotta stop it. I just shoot, not me. But he wrote a book in 1632. So all this is going on at the same time. That's why it was like mad fascinating. And let
Well,
me just,
he was locked up for
he
the
was
rest of his
locked up.
life.
Yeah,
They,
they talk about it, the Copernican theory. Wait a minute. Although the church uh uh took umbrage at Galileo in the book, just a few years later, they accepted the Copernican theory. So they locked the man up, and then they accepted the theory
yeah,
that him and Copernican was trying to throw out there, like, God darn.
that's
So
crazy.
it was not until October 31st, 1992, that Galileo received an apology. However, the Galileo incident proved to be a source of embarrassment for the Vatican for years to come. Go ahead. What were you saying? I just wanted to finish that piece because that just
Nah,
showed.
that's it. I mean, that's all I was saying is that they locked him up. Now said they just locked him up for the rest of his life. They didn't kill him. They just locked him up. I think he was on house arrest too. I don't
Yeah.
believe he was in a cell. I think he was just on house arrest.
So I know I still got this video part up. Let me show you. Let me see if I can get Sachi in here real
And
quick.
peace to you, said Breeze. I'm sorry, sis. Peace to you.
No, get to your
Appreciate you for
thing.
showing up.
Hey, Seth. What up, fam? Okay, y'all see him? That is Father Sechi. I'm gonna do it like this. Let me do it like this real quick. Okay. I'm gonna tell you about Father Sechi because he was one of the first fathers to man the observatory. So it said in modern times the Vatican had been at the forefront of astronomy. Anthony told you that. But Father Angelo Secchi was a Jesuit priest and also a passionate astronomer who ran the Vatican Observatory for 30 years. The reason why I'm telling you about this was I told y'all something about spectroscopy. All right. Father Secchi is the one, the man you're looking at me. Yeah. He's the one that he was the first to use spectroscopy to classify stars into different types. This is actually a technique we still use today. And if y'all go back to the show that we did on the characteristics of stars, and all that, we talk about all these different attributes of a star. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Let me give you a few more points on the Vatican, as far as they call it. Another Vatican first is a Carte de Cielo. I'm probably messing up, but this ain't my language. This is like Italiano, okay? Was the first photographic survey of the whole sky, created in conjunction with 19 other scopes around the world, the results of which are being used as a baseline for our modern surveys like Gaia. So I don't know what to tell you that, shoot, as counterintuitive as it might be, the Vatican in particular, the church had many underpinnings when it comes to astronomy, astrophysics.
Yeah, they did.
They did. So I just thought that was just amazing. I'm gonna start with Vatican first.
It was dope to me. I gotta say the whole thing. Even though I jumped out the window. It's still cool.
Right. So let me see if I can give you a couple of pictures. I'll probably go through the pictures later because I got a whole picture gallery. I want to spend some time doing that because it's just so neat. So I'm gonna let y'all look at. I'll give y'all this one. Let me see. Actually, I'll give you this one because this is the one that I actually used for the thumbnail, and you'll see why. This one is still at the Vatican. It's an upgrade from the original, but of course you can see it's in a dome. Okay. Let's see. Let me get a little bit bigger. Okay. Now, so the Vatican Observatory is one of the oldest active astronomical observatories in the world, with its roots going back to 1582 and the reform of the Julian calendar. So literally that's how it got started. So the outside of the dome you're looking at is the double astrograph dome at Castel Gandolfo. That's on the Vatican property. Today there are more than a dozen Jesuit scientists. I think Father Guy told you that, from different countries, right? They stand at the forefront of science research, covering a broad range of topics, from an examination of the tiniest specks of interplanetary dust to the origins and structure of the universe. The observatory has its headquarters in the gardens of the papal summer residence in Castel Gandolfo, an hour south of Rome in the Vatican City State. Oh, so it's not in the Vatican, it's an hour south. Sorry, correction. And the research center, the Vatican Observatory Research Group in Tucson, Arizona, one of the most important centers in the world for observational astronomy. Yeah, Tucson is the other place. I was like, dang, they put a whole observatory in America. Like, we mad ghetto. and
Yeah.
we ain't nothing but heathens out here. But I thought that was cute. I thought that was cute. I just like, God darn. So let me give y'all this other picture.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that's what I was like, dang, no, they didn't do that,
Right
bro.
over here in the middle of these heathens. Huh?
Right in the middle of the heathen. So that picture right there is that is a view of Castel Gandolfo. Okay. And I think at the top, not the big gray dome, but the two little small domes. Yeah, that's where it be at. That's where the telescopes be at. So yeah, I just thought that was truly amazing, right? So I don't know. I have different sources because when I was going through it, it was lots of different implications for this. So
Yeah.
let me tell you a fun one. So at the let me get to that. Let me get before I tell y'all. I'm gonna get to this first. So that's the one observatory. Now let's talk about the one in the USA. Remember, they have two. So it's the Vatican Advanced Technology. Let me give you that picture first. Let me give you the picture first. Ooh, that picture busted. I didn't know it was gonna be like, bah. Boy, slap me, boy. Okay. Bam. That's cute. That's cute. So the Vatican Advanced Technology Telescope, they call it the VAT, VATT, is in Arizona. See, y'all could have got $15 lunch, y'all. And is a multi-million-dollar astronomical research complex paid for by private donations. Meaning the Catholic Church got that guap. They got that moolah. They got that cheddar, that cheese. They don't need your money. I like that. So it consists of two parts. So it's the Alice P. Lennon Telescope and the Thomas J. Bannon Astrophysics Facility. So the telescopes 1.8 meters, 72 inches, 1.0 mirror was fabricated at the Richard F. Carius Mirror Laboratory at the University of Arizona, which, by the way, is one of the colleges that's involved in this project. This the Vatican Advanced Technology Telescope, the VAT. The University of Arizona is heavily involved in this project. Okay, the first mirror ever made using revolutionary spin casting and polishing technologies that are now used to make giant telescopes such as the LBT and the LSST and the giant Magellan telescopes. Okay, so again, now we have another observatory who's helping revolutionize how we even build observatories. Okay, so just like the one in Hawaii. So that's pretty dope. The Vatican Advanced Technology Telescope truly lives up to its name. Its heart is a 1.8 meter honeycomb construction. What is that word? Boracellate primary mirror. It pioneered both the spin casting techniques and the stressed lap polishing technique of that laboratory, which are being used for telescope mirrors up to 8.4 meters in diameter. The primary mirror is so deeply dished that the focus of the telescope is only as far as above the mirror as the mirror is wide, thus allowing a structure that is about 3 times as compact as the previous generation of telescope designs. So now you have this compact structure. You know, what is it? Proficiency and efficiency. And it shows you the advancement of technology. The 0.38 meter Zeroter concave secondary mirror is manufactured by the Space Optics Research Laboratory in Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Its mount allows control of its focus and positioning to 0.1 microns, an accuracy needed for such a fast optical system. Did you want to talk on that real quick, or you want me to go ahead and finish? And
I mean, nah, it's you going, you cooking, sis.
Telescope.
we had some more people come in the building though.
Go ahead, do it. Hey y'all, hey.
ODO.
What
Peace
up,
to you.
ODO?
Said Breeze. I might have got you already, but anyway, peace to you again. Posterior, what's happening, bro? Peace to you. We got Preem. Okay, that's it, Miss Juju. Yeah, keep cooking. Keep cooking. You got that fish. You got that fish smelling good.
Fried fish with hot grease. Got that fish on that. Got that tilapia. Oh, that's slime. We got some fry. Whatever y'all want, we got, right? It's the fish fry.
Cooking it up.
Anonymous, you ain't never lied. The Vatican got that moolah. I'm telling you.
They got that big bread. That's big bread.
Oh God, what is the ODO doing? They got that bread. They definitely
big bread. They got that.
Serious. What up, fam? Thank you, ODO, because damn, I was over here struggling. Like, boy, maybe I should have went through all this because I glimpsed at that. I was reading other stuff because I'm about to tell you about it in a minute. Because I was like, oh, what up, Space Age Black African? What up, Posterius? I just had to do that one more time. But yeah, we was cooking with hot grease. Where we was at? Like, yeah, the mirror mount, control, focus, and positionings, the microns. I can't do that. So the telescope mount is of altitude azimuth design and was manufactured by L&F Industries in Huntington Park, California. So, I mean, damn, I named at least 5-6 different places for either parts of an observatory where these observatories exist at. So, again, I think that's, I think that's our humanitarian effort to break down these color lines, ethnicity lines, whatever, racial lines, whatever it is, because nothing cannot be done at the optimal level if there isn't some type of unity, because we need different people in different spaces and places. We need that to do the work that we're doing, especially in astrophysics. So I feel like astrophysics is actually a humanitarian lesson for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And I think Copernican and Copernican's what is it, theory?
No, the Copernican principle.
Principle. Thank you. I knew I was wrong. Copernican principle like speaks on that. It speaks, on some of that. You feel me? About our insignificance in a sense, or at least we speak on it.
But that's the part a lot of people can't get past, Miss Juju.
They can't. You don't mean a damn thing when it comes to the universe.
You don't.
Okay.
I mean, even on this earth, because this one it's still spinning. People die every day.
Yeah, boy.
It's still spinning.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going for a couple 100,000 billion trillion million years, boy. Earth, the universe is gonna still be here, and you're gonna be dust, bruh. You feel me? I'm just saying.
You're right about that, 5 times. He said prayers pay well.
5 times, them ties is doing their thing, ain't they? Them ties is tithing. Y'all hear me? Shoot, y'all hear me? Them ties is
big
doing
facts.
Work, bro. So I ain't mad at that. Yeah, so I don't even think this was so this is the telescope, and this is the Alice P. Lennon telescope in Arizona. That's all the information for that one. I didn't even tell you about the Thomas J. Bannon facility. Let me see. Oh, it's short. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. So the building in which the telescope is housed, designed to isolate the ambient temperature in the dome from the heated observing room and living quarters. So the building itself is technology, okay? Because remember, these telescopes, especially on the ground, you have to eliminate a lot of the light pollution, and you have to be able to reduce the temperature to a very normal for telescope temperature, so it can achieve at its maximum power, right?
The cooler, the better.
The cooler, the better.
Yeah.
So this isolation is achieved by using the section between the dome and the main facility as a thermal barrier, and by exhausting air from this section and from the dome out from the north and mainly downward side of the building. So they have some type of airflow.
Yeah.
And probably air conditioning. I'm sure the airflow includes an air conditioner, a high powered ass one. Okay. to do this to keep it cool.
One thing for sure, we know they can afford it.
They can't afford it. Them times is blessing right now. Okay, I'm about to pass a plate in a minute. Shoot. Boy. So within the astrophysics facility, a number of state-of-the-art computers, computer guys, and control state-of-the-art computers guide and control the telescope and its cameras. In addition, the building includes living quarters for the observers with a full kitchen, 4 bedrooms designed to allow the observers to sleep in seclusion during daylight hours. Oh, so again, they have the Alice P. Lennon telescope. That's the one with the mirrors, and they oscillate, barocelate. And then you have the astrophysics facility to support the telescope and the observers. And that's all funded by the Vatican. That's in Arizona. Tucson, Arizona is where it is. There's another part of that I want to get to with Tucson, Arizona, before I tell you the tea. The tea, boy.
You got that tea, sis?
I got that tea, boy. That Earl Grey, that black tea, shoot, that green tea. Shoot, I got it. I thought it was hilarious. And then after I give y'all the tea, I'm not gonna do no more readership. Y'all have all the links. This is the only link you don't have, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the chat. Oh, what am I doing? See what you're doing. What are you doing? There we go. Copy. Here you go. This is the one that you don't have. Go ahead and tuck that away. Read it with your children. Oh, and y'all can actually visit that one. Okay. Which is something fun you can add if you're doing a road trip. I don't know if people do them anymore. And this one y'all don't have. And all these that I'm giving you, because it was like an afterthought. Sorry. Go ahead and get that one too. So all these that I'm giving you is the Mount Graham International Observatory. So where the telescope and the observatory facility that I just spoke about in Arizona, they're all near Mount Graham. They call it the Mount Graham International Observatory, MGIO. So I'm gonna give you a little bit. I lied. So it's a division of the Stewart Observatory, the research arm of the Department of Astronomy at the University of Arizona in the United States. It is located in southeastern Arizona's Pinalero Mountains near Mount Graham. So during the development, this was called the Columbus Project. So this, what they call the MGIO, the International Observatory, Mount Graham International Observatory, has 3 telescopes, including the VAT. It also has the Heinrich Hertz sub-millimeter telescope, and they have the large binocular telescope, which is the world's largest and most powerful optical telescope. Began operations using mirrors independently in 2004. The joint operations between the two mirrors beginning in 2008. Yo, the mirrors, if you ain't got a mirror, you ain't got a telescope. I'm gonna tell you that now. And I think the technology and how they do these mirrors, it's not just one, it's a couple. They update it all the time. We talked about that in the last show with the observatory, how you have the fragmented hexagon pieces to make a whole. You know, I had to think between octagon and hectagon. I had to think 6. So yeah, they're always updating the mirror, and even the mirror material. Maybe that's something we'll talk about. I know there's 2 shows I'm gonna do. We ain't got to it yet, but we're gonna discuss how they color some of the photos, because those colorings mean certain things, and I want to get into the deep technology of the mirror as much as I'll be able to find to share for you. I want to get into that. But yeah, the Mount Graham International Observatory, MGIO, you can visit. And all of those 3 observatories are on or near that particular mountain. Elevation, of course. You know, we know that elevation is good for telescopes. And then I gave you an official site, University of Arizona, Mount Graham International Observatory. So it's so one is a wiki, one is the official site, and it'll go through some stuff. So just check that out. Yeah, but that's the Vatican's heathen site. So the T is
Not the heathen site.
yes, the heathen site. And then we're gonna get into some pictures, and that's all I got for you, okay? So the T is, and I think I put an article in here. Sinister sense of humor. There it is. So, you know what it says? It says, while this cute moniker wasn't official, others have been. An example is a very complex, useful instrument designed for the LBT. Remember, the LBT is the other. And I know I just got to the gist of it in the article because I'm not going to do y'all like that, but it'll make sense in a minute. But the LBT is one of those, one of the observatories that's in the Mount Graham International Observatory. Okay. All right. You with me? So at its inspection, the system was called, y'all, I want to see if y'all can put the letters together before I tell y'all what it is. L for large, binocular telescope, near infrared spectroscopic. U for utility with C camera, and I integral with F field unit for E extragalactic, R for research. Can somebody tell me what that spells? Was I going too quick? Can y'all put that together? Tell me what that spelled. Look, I got $15 on the table for lunch. Look, I'll make it 20. Y'all want me to read it one more time? I'll read it one more time. Got $15. I mean, I said I was going to give y'all $20 for lunch. So the LPT has a system which is called the L for large binocular telescope, near infrared spectroscopic, U for utility with camera, and I for integral, F for field unit for E extragalactic, R research. That's a tool. Y'all don't want this $20 for lunch, do y'all? But I thought it was the funniest thing, bro.
That's a lot, though, sis.
I know, but you just gotta pick the letters I told y'all.
Yeah, they can do that.
There you go. Put your cash app. Look, no, here you go.
Hey, that was a hot topic.
Put your cash app in the chat. You got $20 for lunch. I ain't playing with you. Come on, LaRon. I know we don't get along, but I'm a woman of my word. Shoot. I'll buy you lunch tomorrow if you want it. You feel me?
That was a hot topic.
It was a hot topic. So
and the stuff that I was reading and some of the comments on the videos that I was watching, they was going in on that.
Facts. So the T was, you know how they got all these conspiracies going on with the Vatican? I think there's some half truths, but the truth ain't nothing like they say, right? The truth is very simple, and it ain't nothing crazy. The T was the Vatican had this tool. So the Vatican like heard about it, and they was like, hell nah, that ain't us. I don't know if they said hell. I just said that. But it's like, that ain't us. And it wasn't. But they sit on the same mountain as the LBT, which has the Lucifer. Yeah, Lucifer does mean light, you know.
I mean, I saw all kind of crazy comments based off of this.
Lucifer does mean light. There was something else I'll say, but I can't get it right now. So, yeah, it was funny because when I was reading, that actually came up, and I was like, you know, I already jumped out of it. I was like, oh shit! The Vatican tripping. They playing with people. They playing with people, but it ain't even them. It's somebody else. Remember, there are 3 different observatories on that mountain, and it don't belong to the VAT. It belongs to the LBT. So I just want to say that. Shout out to the Vatican. You feel me?
Oh yeah, they doing the thing.
Y'all my bros now. You feel me? I got a different type of respect for y'all. And Father Guy, that's my ninja. No, let me stop. But now I'm finna get into, okay, LaRon Williams. Hold on, y'all. I got some work to do real quick. Let me do this real quick. And then you got to confirm if you got it, okay? LaRon, $20 for lunch. Oh, damn. I put lunch where I was supposed to put your name at. I be tripping.
How much you sending them, Juju? I send you half of it.
Just 20.
All right.
Boy, they got several LaRon Williams. What's your profile look like, fam? Is it got like the Eye of Ra on it? Do you got like the Eye of Ra on your profile? I'll wait. It look like the Eye of Osiris, whatever. I'm probably messing it up. One of them. Is that you, LaRon? Because it has several LaRon Williams. You must be washing dishes or something. Dead air. Can you tell me what your profile looked like? Oh, okay. That's you. Oh, you. Okay. All right. Let me know when you got it. Please. Lucifer, y'all. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a trip.
I already sent to LaRon. Let me know when you got it. Bam. Yeah, boy. Lucifer.
Yeah, that part, that was a trip. That was the biggest trip. The tripping is part of it all, if that's a word. That's what tripped me out the most. Mm-hmm. Was the way people were reacting to that.
Yeah, they was wilding out, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know why you would. Well, I guess people are people, but concentrate on that. I mean, that took a lot of work to put in, to come to that conclusion and then be wrong.
And don't get it twisted. The Lucifer technology is dope, though.
Yeah, it is.
What I was reading. So maybe we'll get into that. Like, that'll be cute. We can talk about the Vatican.
It is dope. About Lucifer. It's great.
Yeah.
But to associate it with the Catholic Church was just crazy.
Yeah, light bearing. I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to think about. Light bearer. It means light, but it's a light bearer too. Yeah. Thank you, Posterius. I think you was reading my mind. Sorry, Anthony. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, fam.
Oh no, you good, sis. No, I was just saying, it's a shame that they are associated with what the church was doing,
Right.
Because that ain't what they was about. And that's not what it's about. I mean, that's a dope piece of machinery.
It is a dope piece of machinery.
But the name is what it does and what it is, Now the acronym, that's on whoever.
Right. You can jump out the window all you want.
All you want to. But Lucifer putting in work.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to refer to it
as. Facts.
It's putting in work.
So now we are at the photo gallery. Let me tell you, the photo gallery is dope. Okay. It show you old pictures. You feel me? Some of the fathers that ran the observatory, way back when. It shows the old observatory, like the original telescope. Shows you the new. So this one shows you, and then it tells you. So this is the Vatican Advanced Technology Telescope. This is the VAT. So this is the one that's in Arizona. All right. And I blew it up. So I'll be trying to make sure that I slide it up and down. This is the facility, Vatican Technology at dusk. So this is the winter. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go backwards.
What time is it?
That's the building. 11:23. We're about to go. Not bad. Hour and a half. Thought it was a little longer. This is the building at night. Damn, they're gonna give me for every season. So this is part of the VAT again, and it reads, one remarkable advantage of the very fast mirror made by the spin cast method is that the resulting short focal length makes. So I think that's pretty dope. I don't see the mirrors here, but I like a lot of technology. And I'll go back. I think I'm gonna go back up. Yeah, I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back to where I started. That was pretty much at the end. All right. So these are some of the pictures by the VAT. Ooh. Oh, dang. I didn't even tell you what it was. This one is Galaxy Cluster A397, 2001 Space Stars Nebula. The VAT image by Matt Nelson. And then I'm gonna show you some old stuff. This is so pretty. Looks like our background right now. This is a Missions Nebula, NGC 7635, the Bubble Nebula. This is taken by the VAT, and they tell you who does it. Bucker, Conso, that's Brucker. Ooh, I almost said Bucker. This is Guy, the Consul Magno. That's Father Guy. This is probably all fathers. Romanician and Tegler. Probably all fathers, but I know the C name. I'm not gonna do it as Father Guy on the video. Okay. So what is this one? This is the Galaxy Cluster Bell, the 1656, the Coma Cluster, and this is taken by the VAT. All right. Interesting. This is Saturn, taken by Jonathan Scott at the VAT. What is that? Jupiter? Yeah. This is Jupiter.
And three moons there, you can see.
Oh, yeah. One. Is that one on the outside too?
Yeah.
And then one at the bottom here. 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Thank you.
And that's what it looked like when you look at it through a telescope.
Facts. This is Galaxy M33. This is the triangulum galaxy. Gotta pronounce the words. That's very interesting. Oh.
It looked like a mess, don't it?
It do. I mean, it looks like a very interesting mess, though.
Yeah.
This is the Dumbbell Nebula.
Hey, I got that one.
I know you do. Taken by the VAT. Planetary Nebula NGC 6781. This is by the VAT. Oh, this one is interesting. This is Galaxy UGC 12343 in ultraviolet. See, that's why I want to get into. Why do they do them in different colors? That's pretty dope. That's pretty. What is this? Supernova Remnant in the Crab Nebula M1.
Crab.
Yep. Hey, you know them by heart. That's really great. This is the Crab Nebula again in enhanced color. We're going to talk about that one day. Okay. The Crab Nebula again in monochrome. So different colors tell them different things about the phenomena. Okay. Just to let you know. And this is the Globular Cluster M3. Black Eye Galaxy. Oh, wow. I didn't even know they had one called that. And red and blue filters. So it looks purplish. Makes sense, right? Planetary.
It look like a black eye, huh?
Wait a minute. I don't know. Do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it do. It do. It look all puffy.
Yeah.
And dark around it. It do. That's funny. Boy, I'm telling you, astronomers got mad humor though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Planet Nebula NGC 6781. Say enhanced colors. The bright star at the center of the nebula is the source of the gas and dust that make up the nebula. Wait a minute. It goes some more. The reds and purples are ionized hydrogen. The blues and greens are primarily ionized oxygen. So it's hydrogen on the outside, oxygen on the inside. That's why we want to get into talking about the colors. But damn, look at that background. That background is dope.
Mm.
Them like mad stars too. It's crazy. This is the planetary nebula NGC 7993, the helix.
Yeah, that one tough. That's a hard one to get right there
That's dope.
because it sits so low on the horizon. It's you got to shoot through a lot of. Oh, it's that one tough. I've been working on that one for about 2 weeks, and it's
Oh my
ugly.
goodness. You're funny. You said don't look nothing like that picture.
Nah, I can't. It's that one hard.
Oh, you finna get it though. You finna get it.
Oh
Shoot.
yeah, I need a bigger telescope for that one.
Oh, that reminds you. I gotta show you pictures too from Hawaii. So this is the Dark Nebula Bernard 33. This is the Horseshoe
Horsehead.
Nebula. Huh?
The Horsehead Nebula.
It says Dark Nebula Bernard. But yeah, it says the Horsehead Nebula.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it looked like a horse head though.
It do. So this is multi-star system Omicron 2 Eridani Key. The star at the lower left is a white dwarf. In Star Trek lore, this is the home of the system of the planet Vulcan.
Mhm.
That's dope. This is by Father Guy again, and the other father, Romanetian and Tigler. So that's interesting. So yeah, this is where the Vulcans live. Another globular cluster. I'm not going to go through all of these. Actually, I want to go to another section. Let me see if I can find them. I think this is the section I wanted to get to. Yeah, boy. This is dope. So this is the shoot. I want to pronounce as a Zeus. Zeus double astrograph at Castle Grandolfo. So this is in Rome. What they said, not too far from the Vatican, but not on the Vatican anymore. This is the view of the Papal Palace from Castle Gandolfo. I wanted to get to the old pictures. Those are fascinating, bro. Castle Gandolfo telescopes. That was a thumbnail I used. That's David Brown with the Zeus double astrograph. I just thought that looks very, how should I say, counterintuitive, because you got a priest looking through a telescope, right? In our heads, they hate telescopes. This is the dome that houses that astrograph. So, details of the double astrograph at Castle. I think it's the details, but I don't know what that reads. It's another picture of the Zeus. So I want to get to the old pictures because those are pretty fascinating. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. But you know, it's like I've always said since day one, my very first show.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the universe is just amazing, man.
It is.
You know, to get you or to have the ability to see what's really out there,
Mm-hmm.
man, it'll blow your mind. And like you said earlier, sis, and you said before,
Mm-hmm.
it's you don't have to make nothing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's way more stranger than anything you can make up.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on out in the universe?
So it's not giving a date here, but I'm sure we can find it. Like What time frame would y'all date this? This is giving like early 1900s. But this is sisters, nuns, measuring star positions. Sisters of the Child Mary measuring star positions for the Vatican Observatory's Carte du Cielo project. Okay. This is the floor of the Tower of the Windows. That's what it is. The Tower of the Windows is where the original one, the observatory was. Okay. So in 1582, in a room of the newly constructed Tower of the Windows, atop that is now the Vatican Library. A meridian line was outlined on the floor as seen here. Y'all see the meridian in the middle going across? Sunlight focused through a hole in the south wall made a spot on the floor. The daily change of its positions marked the passing of seasons. So this is actually an astronomical tool, an old one, but it was one of the astronomical tools. I think that's dope, and that's on their floor. And the Tower of Windows, that's crazy. This is display of meteorological instruments circa 1900. So, along with astronomy, the early circa 1900 Vatican Observatory also did meteorological research with these instruments in the Tower of Winds. So these are cases with different instruments in them. Display of the meteorological instrument circa 1900. Though located in the display room of the meteorological instruments, most of the instruments in this photo were used for astronomy, such as the measurement of star positions on a photographic plates. See, that's how they used to do it. They used to have plates, y'all. The only thing like that is the technology didn't last very long. I know in the very beginning of photography, maybe these plates last a little longer, but the very beginning, I think the camera was invented around 1832, 33, something like that. Then we use salt or some other type of substance, so it'll give you like this etching, but it will fade. Like if you were in the dark, it was cool. Once you got in the light, it's over. Display of meteorological instruments along with the astronomy, same thing. The Vatican Observatory also did meteorological research with these instruments in the Tower Windows. So the Tower Windows was that spot. So remember I told you the Specula Vaticana? That is the Vatican Observatory. In the Tower Windows within the Vatican. This is 1789 to 1821. Remember I told you it used to be in the Vatican first? So one of the three early observatories foreshadowing of the observatory at the Vatican. Old photos be blowing me away because this is all in a church, literally. A spectral chemical laboratory at the Vatican Observatory. This spectral chemical laboratory was constructed in the Papal Summer Palace in 1935. From here, the first atlas of spectral lines for elements and compounds of interest to astronomers was produced and published. That's big, y'all.
Ooh.
I understand. Anthony, do you want to expound on that a little bit?
I mean, it's you know, it's the science in itself is amazing, but you know, I'm like I said, I was just totally blown away to find out this is really going on, you know, in the Vatican. And like I say, the science is amazing, man. You know, but they doing the work. And I hope that we can understand that, like I say, you can have your faith and still, you know, work with science. That's just what it is. And
Facts.
this is a great example of that. You know, you can have your faith, but you got to keep them separated.
Yeah, boy, you're gonna mess up the data. Shout out Book of Al-Jahid's podcast. Y'all please go support his shows. You know, go over there and subscribe, like his shows. But that's PseudoKillas Army right there. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Gullah Gabri. Appreciate you, fam. And yeah, wow. Yeah, I was how I was the whole time doing the research for this. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh, they dope. Yo, I got a new respect for Father Guy and his friends. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah, they're getting it in.
They're getting it in. So this is another spectrochemical laboratory at the Vatican Observatory 2. This spectrochemical laboratory was constructed in the Papal Summer Palace in 1935. From here, the first atlas, same thing, spectral lines for elements and compounds of interest to astronomers were produced and published. The reason why I say it's found because I know that when we're using like when we're showing the spectral line graphs, those are showing different elements, you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
each element is a different color.
each element is a different color. So the spectral line graphs, I mean, the beginnings came from a father. I'm
Mm.
still blown, bro, for real. This is the office of Father Giuseppe Leys, 1900s. Look at that little chase back there on that wall. Yo, that's a cute little office though. Father had it going on, but the Vatican got that moolah, that cheddar, that cheese, that guap. So, they got it like that. The Vatican Observatory from 1890 to 1921. And the astronomer who made most of the Carte de Sue images at the Vatican is often is shown his office is shown here, was located in the Tower of Windows. Yeah, the Tower of Windows is a bad place. So this is Father Giuseppe Leys. He was the vice director of the Vatican Observatory from 1890 to 1921. And he was an astronomer who made most of those images. Yeah, shout out to you, Father Giuseppe. So this is showing Vatican City in 1924. This was the Vatican. In 1924. Look carefully at the wall behind the Vatican. This is what I'm talking about. This is the wall behind the Vatican. I couldn't really find it. I think it's this one way back here behind the steeple. There's like two domes, but it says you'll see two telescope domes. That's where the Vatican Observatory was situated until it moved to the Castle Gandolfo in the 30s. So, even as religious as they are, they still were able to evolve and transform, you feel me, to get better as time.
Yeah,
And these are just pictures for information showing that the Vatican housed refugees. This is why I think this is their political statement, right? We house refugees of war at the Vatican. Because, a lot of people think, the Vatican is all bougie and prissy. At least that's my idea, kinda. The Carte de Ciel telescope, one of the set of telescopes specially built to photograph the sky as part of the International Carte du Ciel project. Originally installed on the walls of the Vatican, it was moved to the Castel Gandolfo in 1942. A double refractor, one list for visual observation, one for photography. The camera has a aperture 33 centimeters with a focal length of 3.43 meters. It has recently been restored to fully working. So as old as this is, they were able to restore it so it still works. I think that's dope. This is the Zeus. I don't know how to pronounce that. I want to say Zeus. I feel like the I is messing me up. Zeus double astrograph. That looks dope. This is 1935, y'all. This is I don't know. I can go much farther, but y'all got this. This is at the Vatican Observatory. There's two links, and it'll ask you for US and it'll ask you for the Vatican. Go to the Vatican and look for images, and all these will come up. Okay, just let you know. I'm gonna keep going. I feel like this is something to share with your children or people who are interested because this is pretty dope. And the fantastic part about it is they documented it all, literally from the beginning. From the beginning, we know everything
yeah.
about Pope Gregory the 13th, how it got started. But the two telescope barrels on a single mount was devised by Zeiss of Jena with a 60 centimeter Cassegrain Newtonian reflector and a 40 centimeter refractor photographic camera. So they're getting into some technology now. I mean, that don't look nothing like what we just saw. You feel me?
Yeah.
So this one, that's an upgrade, and we kept upgrading. But go ahead. You want to say something? Let me see if I got
Uh,
something to show you.
Nah, it's like I mean, nah, keep going, sis. I'm I'm out of it.
Now this
It's
is the.
it's
Oh,
just amazing to me.
it is amazing. I just love that they documented and we have pictures. This is Father Johann George Hagen, 1847 to 1930. He was the head of the Vatican Observatory in 1906. This telescope we're looking at is dating 1909. Had Mertz optics with the 40 centimeter aperture objecting and a focal length of 5.5 meters, mounted in a structure by the Gautier. Somebody know French, Italian? I feel like they doing French and Italian up in this mofo. Yeah, that's dope.
It is.
I think I'll make this the last one though. Okay. Henry Gautier, heliograph. This is 1893. Essentially a photographic camera for taking images of the sun. This telescope had a 14 centimeter objective and a focal length of 2.5 meters. Further optics gave it an effective focal length of 4.4 meters, and it produced an image of the sun 27.5 meters in diameter. Standing before the instrument is a technician, Carlo Diodori. Carlo Diodori. I like that name. Carlito Diodori. But yo, I mean, maybe I started at the wrong, maybe I went from the top. Well, I don't know, because they had all kind of stuff. But again, Tower of the Wind, 1790. They didn't have no cameras around that time, so I'm confused. This tower over what is now the Vatican Library and Archives housed early Specula Vaticana around 1790 and later. So let's just give me a date. So 1790, bro.
Way back when.
Yeah, but we know this stuff started what in the 1600s though.
Yeah, it was.
And it keeps going. Christopher Calvis, you're gonna hear him. He's a Vatican commissioner who accepted the Gregorian calendar. So this goes back, and they recorded it all. I'm gonna stop there. You have the link, so you can. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff. It's gonna go deep. It's gonna tell you everybody and everything. I think the one guy that I miss. Oh, remember my guy I was telling y'all about? What is his name? Francisco Denza. This him, y'all. This him. This Francisco, bro. Francisco was that guy. I'm telling you. What did it say? What did it say? 19th century, the Vatican Observatory was part of a massive international project. Yeah, the Carte de Ciu project. Italian astronomer Father Francisco Denza led the Vatican's contribution to the project until his death in 1894. Damn. So, all right, that's it. Francisco. But yeah, dope stuff, bro. And they recorded, they have record keepings of all of it. Present day popes. And one thing that I thought was pretty interesting, if you want to do like an international summer school for your child, because looking at the pictures, they got people that look like us too. They do like a summer school for children at the Vatican. And it deals with astrophysics, astronomy. So I thought that was dope. Yeah, that's pretty fun. But if y'all have any thoughts or questions, if I missed any questions in the chat, Felicia, remind me. Wait a minute. Go
TA.
TA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, like the TA people. Ain't they like, don't they make like perfume or something?
I've heard that before.
Go TA, or Go TA. That's like a fashion house, ain't it? Thank you, Posterius. I'm always up for correction. I tell you that. But yeah, that's all I got. I hope y'all enjoyed my presentation. But I was excited, and you talking about hell if I know. But Gautier, somebody told me what Gautier is. Audio. Who is Gautier? I know you know. Isn't that a fashion house? Don't they design clothes or have perfume or something like that? Gautier.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I've heard that before.
Facts.
Somewhere.
Right. Crazy the advancement in technology. Facts. I mean, super crazy. So we at 146. We usually don't keep out that long, but I wanted to share some stuff. I love fashion though.
Oh yeah. You brought it. You brought it tonight, sis.
Gautier. Huh? What you say?
No, I say you brought it tonight. You did that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you already know I'll be in my bag now. You know I know you're a Balenciaga, and I can't stand them. I saw them ugly shoes you got not too long ago. They cute and ugly at the same time. But I'm gonna leave you alone. I do not like Balenciaga. I like the name. I think I like some of their shoes, like their women's shoes, their heels. But I don't like. I mean, shoot, it's like they doing too much of the Yeezy thing. I know you like him too. Never mind. Let me stop. But anyway, I mean, I like couture. I love couture. I be sharing fashion shows and stuff. I don't think people be watching them, but it was like 2 best fashion shows this year. One was showcasing like the glass makeup effect by she's a prominent Black makeup artist. And the couture world loves her. I forgot her name. Her name is Pat Brown, I think it is. I shared it in the Discord, and I even tagged you in it because the fashion show was dope. Okay, it was sick because it's like it's artwork. It's beautiful. I used to be into it bad when I was little. I used to want to go to fashion school. Pratt Parsons, or what is it? What is the one in New York? Fashionista New York or something. I forgot the name, but Pratt Parsons I'll never forget. But my little cousin actually went to fashion school at the one in New York, and I think she's a buyer now for she's a commercial buyer. I don't know for who, but she buy, how they have the buyers for the stores. That's what she do. She got bank. She got a nice car. She got a nice Genesis or something, whatever it is. Alfa Romeo, I don't know, but it's cute. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got. I sent it to you again, Odio, though, because they was the fashion show. Y'all need to look at my fashion shows, bro. Y'all gonna be like, dang, yeah, boy. They be doing it. But that's all I got for the Vatican. We got the Vatican at the VAT. I mean, the VAT at the Vatican. The VAT is the name of the observatory. And then we got the VAT in Arizona. Y'all heard from Father Guy. And that's what they're doing right now. So thank y'all for joining us. Anthony, go ahead and get them final words.
Hey, y'all know what I always say. and I'm sorry. I'm outside right now, so it's dark. But
okay.
Like the Vatican the Vatican has shown us for ages, when you're scientifically literate, they can't drag you down to their level and beat you up with experience. Get scientifically literate, people, please.
Facts. And with that, we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Something dope. We're gonna do something dope. But I holla. Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Good night. What up, David? Thanks for joining us. Come back to this next week, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Appreciate you. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button on your way out. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, Lisa. You the best. You the best, mama.